Hi everyone, today we're back with this Gameboy Advanced SP. If you saw my previous video, which I'll link somewhere on the screen, I'm not sure if it'll be like here or somewhere, I'll fix that in editing. It's one I bought on eBay, and actually the screen was pretty broken. This particular unit now has a broken battery, because one of the things that we did in a previous fix was cannibalize the battery out of this one for another one. So what I've got from Retro Modding, which arrived from the US yesterday, is got a new IPS screen and a new 800 milliamp hour battery. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the Game Boy apart and we're going to get these fitted. If you saw my previous video, you've seen me taking a Game Boy apart, or a Game Boy Advanced SP apart. So I think I'll skip through it in editing. It'll be nice and quick. But let's go. Okay, so we've got the Game Boy apart now. What I'm going to do is move these parts out of the way, keep them nice and safe. And we're going to have a look what comes in the screen. Compare it to what we've got with the original. I guess this was an AGS 101, so the IPS screen should make a big difference to how this was at the factory. But we'll have a look. Let's see what we get. So nicely wrapped up in here. Again, this was from Retro Modding. It's absolutely not a sponsored video, all paid for by me. But I just had some recommendations that these were quite nice screens. Okay, I see. So, here's the new LCD. Here's a new ribbon cable, which looks like it's going to need soldering onto something. Do we have any instructions? We do not. Oh. Right. Well, it's going to be interesting. I'm genuinely not sure how we go about attaching said things. That's definitely the connector that goes into here. And this board is clearly going to head around. I'm assuming it's these pads. Possibly we need some wires or something. Ah, no, I see. Okay. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see. Let me zoom in and see if we can focus. Autofocus. Right, so what we have is a tiny push connector actually. It's just on the end of this little ribbon cable here. And that goes onto a slot on the board, which is just here. So I think it should be okay. It should go together without any soldering or anything. So let's give it a go. Okay, so the next thing I bought from Retro Modding, partly due to ease of install and partly that I didn't want to mangle a decent brand new case, is I bought a pre-trimmed brand new case. Now to be fair, the case in the old one wasn't actually in bad nick, but I have got another Game Boy Advanced SP that could use probably swapping out into the nicer case, which is a purple one. But what we've got here is a nice stealthy black case that's pre-trimmed for an IPS screen. You can see the difference, or if you can see the difference. There's none of the, if I grab the existing one, wherever that is. Where is it? There it is. The back, sorry. It's basically had a lot of this stuff removed or trimmed down to allow it to take a slightly bigger IPS screen. So what I'm going to do is get this assembled, get this put together, and hopefully it's going to be all really nice. Oh, you ready for the peel? Peel on the new IPS screen. Oh, look at that. Fresh, brand new screen. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're going to really carefully place this down. There we go. That looks really nice. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take this control board, and this should push into here somehow. Because that's at that side. One moment. I'm just going to read the instructions, because actually, with the connector being at this corner, I'm trying to understand. Clearly it doesn't go like that. The only other way would be like that, but that sticks out the bottom. Ah, I see, so it folds over, right. So we're going to position this like so. And then what we're going to do is we're going to fold over this top. Okay, so we've got these like keyways that kind of go down either side. I don't know if you can quite see it, but it looks symmetric. I've just pushed the this little cover on here, which is going to form the outside of this. I think it should just push in. Looking at it, like it looks like it pushed straight through, and then this kind of bit at the end forms like a little lock. So I think this just needs pushing through, but oh, unless, hold on, unless this is keyed. How is this keyed? Is that keyed like that? Does it need to be open when it gets pushed in? Is that where I'm going wrong? Oh, although we don't want to lose the ribbon cable there, do we? That needs posting through this little hole. Ribbon cable needs posting through this little hole before we put the hinges in, or it's going to be a bit of a pain, I suspect. And I don't know, it's the first time I'm doing this as well, but tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and take one out of the old one. Now, I think what I need for this is a little flat screwdriver. I've got one here. And I think I can just pop this in. It should want to squeeze out. Okay, so after a tactical bit of Googling, what I've realised is these hinges have actually, they're keyed for left and right. So we may have got this wrong. So what I'm going to do is just pull one out and see if we can figure it out. Maybe swap them around. Don't like that. Don't like that at all. Let's see what tools we've got. 1 second. Okay. Just going to try and push it from this side. There we go. Now, how do we know which one is left and which one is right? Does that look about the right length? Kind of. Now, getting this one out is going to be even more tricky, right? Without taking this cover off, which I could do, but I'm kind of hesitant to do at this point. Maybe that would be the easiest thing to do. Okay, more Googling. Try and use the flat part of these pliers and push it in. I mean, I'd really rather not break this. Interestingly, this side looks like it's actually starting to go in a bit more now. Let's try and just push on this side a bit more. Oh, there we go. Oh, right, yeah, that feels pretty good. Right, we just got to get this side in then. God. If anybody's trying this at home, I really do think it is just the amount of force you've got to put on it is... Oh, that felt like a nice click. I think we might have got past the... Yeah, I think what we've got there is I've just got past the plastic bit at the edge. Oh, it's got a little squeak to it. Hopefully that's because it's only half in on this side. Oh, there we go. Nice. Whew. I've got to say, that is, other than the squeaky plastic, but I think that's the plastic on plastic in here. That's not an easy little thing to do, not going to lie. Right. Next thing I'm actually going to do, I mean, normally we'd put all the buttons in, but what there is a tiny, tiny little wire which needs soldering from a pad that's on the ribbon cable to a pad on the board. So I think what I'm going to do for that is I'm going to get the microscope out, going to get the soldering iron out, and we'll have a go at it. Let's go. So we've got a soldering iron going. I'm just going to pop a little bit of flux on this pad. What this does, it just helps the solder flow just that little bit better. There we go. And then all we'll do is we'll take the soldering iron, just bring this in, and then it should be up to temperature. Yeah, you're out of focus tip, but that's fine. Yummy solder fumes. It'll flow a little bit onto that pad. Next we'll take this teeny tiny little wire. Just pop this on to here, it's already pre-tinned. And again, we'll just melt this solder. And there we go, nice and attached. Next we need to scoot our way over to a different part of the board. So I'm just going to double check the instructions, but I'm pretty sure it's the one that's C63, so the one that's, sorry, C67, which is just here. But just before I actually put a bit of blob of solder on, we're just going to double check that. There would be nothing worse than soldering it to the wrong blooming point. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, it's that C67 one. Right, not a problem. We'll go again, so we need a little bit of liquid flux on there, again, just to help it flow. There we go. We don't need a lot, it just needs a teeny tiny little amount. I'll take the nice hot iron. There we go. Nice blob of solder on there. Then what we can do is take a teeny tiny little wire, and if I have got super steady hands, which is a question in and amongst itself. This, by the way, is a really tiny solder joint, but it's doable. It's not the best, but I think it's on that. Brilliant. Okay, so what that wire will do, it is optional, but without it you don't get brightness control. So if you want to be able to use the brightness button on the Game Boy to control the brightness of the new LCD screen, then that's what we need. Right, I'll put the microscope out the way and we'll get to reassembly. And fingers crossed this works. Of course, I was taking a bit of a gamble on the fact it was the okay, so I think, if you can't see, when I'm turning it on, the light kind of comes on, the screen flickers. Screen flickering is a really good thing. I think the problem here is there's just not enough power in it. So what I'm going to do is grab a cable, plug it in, and we'll see what we're doing. Okay, so I've got this plugged in now, so the charging light's on. If I just turn the power on, oh look at that, the screen straight away. And I tell you what, I don't know if this comes across on camera, but that is worlds apart. There's no game in at the minute, so you just got the standard Game Boy one, but let me grab a game. What have we got? Let's try Metroid. So, fantastic news, it was just a screen, and that is amazing. We've got new case, new screen. This feels like a brand new unit. You know, this could be a console of 2022. Let's pop that in and turn the power on. Got a Nintendo logo, that's usually a good sign that it's read the cartridge. And we're straight into here. Oh, Metroid just looks amazing. Oh, and we can turn the brightness up even further. How many levels are there? I think it's 5. Yeah, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is fantastic. Like, anyone who's thinking, should I do this mod? Just do it. Like, I don't know if you can tell the colours, the brightness, just everything. It just looks amazing. It's a slightly bigger screen as well. It just gives such a nice feel to it. Fantastic. I tell you what, I'm going to try it with a Game Boy game as well. We've got a proper OG. This is Super Mario Land, the game that I'm sure most people with a Game Boy collection have. Looks pretty nice as well. Oh, and look at the colours on that. That's absolutely fantastic. We've got sound on here. There we go. And try it in the widescreen mode. I'm never a fan of this. It kind of stretches the pixels out, messes with them a little bit. But, you know, if anyone... just do this mod. Like, new case, new screen, new battery. It's like a new console. It looks fantastic. It plays fantastic. You can play all the old Game Boy games. Like, for me, this has got to be my favourite handheld console. Probably to date. It's fantastic. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. There's going to be some cards around for other videos that you might want to watch. If you like this video, like, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. And I'm just going to sit here and play some Mario for a little bit. Bye for now.